guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me, and once again, welcome back to the movie review, aka After I Saw. I'm sorry if you hear the AC in the background. I need to have it on because it is hot as, well, you know, in here, and I just can't get past it. I need to have it on during the video, so I'm sorry if that bothers you, but yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry and just completely pass out on the floor. Yeah, something's up with my AC, but I'm telling you to get that fixed. Plus I got a fan, but that doesn't matter right now. What matters is this is another movie review, aka After I Saw, of course, and this time it's going to be on Trap, M. Night Shyamalan's newest thriller, where we follow a man bringing his daughter to a concert to a very popular singer, but little does everybody at the concert know that it is actually a trap to get this butcher over there so they can trap him and catch him. So yeah, they're using a concert to lure him in, pretty much. And yeah, when it comes to M. Night Shyamalan, they tend to be very hit or miss. I don't think he's ever going to make another movie as good as The Sixth Sense, because that movie, it is hard for him to top that movie, and it's been hard for him ever since, because with the filmography that he's done nowadays, he tends to focus a lot more on twists, and when he really tends to try with these movies having really unique concepts, they either end up being silly or they just end up being, well, forgettable. Yeah, I could say this is kind of on the lines as both. Josh Hartnett, the main lead, kind of has a very weird performance. He goes from being this happy dad, like, oh look, it's that person, it's that one person, and yeah, but there's another side to him that I won't spoil. I'm not sure if it really is a spoiler because I did watch the trailer, but I completely forgot what happened in it because I didn't watch the trailer again ever since. But it is a very straightforward thriller. Like, there's no subplots or anything like that, but it does have your titular Shyamalan things that you would see, like M. Night Shyamalan makes a cameo in the movie, and yes, there is a twist, but the twist happens pretty early, actually, so it pretty much gives you insight on what exactly... I just felt like they just gave it away a little too early, if that's supposed to be like the whole main twist to the entire thing. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but yeah. Despite Josh Hartnett, there were other performances that were actually really solid. Like M. Night Shyamalan's daughter plays the singer, and yeah, she's really good in the movie. And I did find it very interesting when it came to these certain events that happen. Like, it's not particularly scary, as I wouldn't really call it a horror film. It's definitely more on the thriller side. When it comes to M. Night Shyamalan films, he tends to make it more thriller rather than horror. I feel like he definitely has a unique idea, but the way he brings them out are, I don't know, either underwhelming or just come off as just plain ridiculous. Like, there isn't really a moment in this movie that I found particularly memorable in terms of, you know, its humorous side. Though there is a mid-credit scene that I thought was the funniest part of the entire movie, and that alone, I could say, was definitely worth it. Really, the movie actually tends to be very straightforward when it opens up, and then later down the line, it just gives you all these hints, but by the end of it, I was all like, okay, so, well, that's that, because the last act of the movie, I could say, is probably the weakest aspect. And it's really where the movie slows down, and there could have been a possible part where it could have just ended. It wouldn't have ended in a good way, but it would have just been like, we're done. But hey, bottom line is, the movie definitely kept me interested despite already knowing the twist, but it definitely did have me like engaged throughout most of the movie. Like, it is straightforward, it doesn't add in other details to the film. I mean, it does, there are some other character interactions with that definitely had me a little curious where they would go from there, but there is one that I felt like didn't really go anywhere that much. But yeah, by the end of the movie, I was definitely kind of mixed on it, because I was all like, okay, it has a good concept, but it does have your titular Shyamalan cliches that you would see, but by the end of it, it's kind of what I expected. But I could say that Knock at the Cabin was definitely better than this, because I felt like that film definitely was closer to being a bit more serious and more, you know, like a little bit more, like, I don't know how to put it, but either way, I felt like that film definitely managed to do a bit more justice to Shyamalan's career. And in the end, guys, Trap is a straightforward thriller, but it's definitely not something to write home about all that much. But it's another one of those movies where it's a really good idea, but the way Shyamalan structures it isn't done in the best way he possibly can, especially since it has a twist that shows up way too early, and by the end of it, I was all like, it kind of just got... It ended up being a little bit predictable. I mean, it did have a few surprises along the way, but by the end of it, I was all like, he made another movie. Not a masterpiece or anything like that, but it was what it was. It just depends what you expect. Because, yeah, when it comes to Shyamalan, it's really hard to know what to expect. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be somewhere in between. This one, I definitely felt it was in between. And it was what it was. Nothing super fancy or anything like that, but with a man like this, I don't really expect that anymore. Not much more to say here, but yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot believe summer is almost over. We're almost out of the heat, so do not worry. It'll be gone before you know it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.